How you doing?
I feel like I gotta hold out my breasts.
Excuse me?
I feel like I have to hold out my breast area.
Your chest has to
Chest.
Yeah. We're trying to get this new tripod thing and it's just not working.
It's making me nauseated.
Yeah, it's actually
Don't you
it's supposed to say that you try to twist it but nothing happens and it's trying to adjust and it just keeps sinking. It keeps sinking. It's not working. So
Okay, we're making our people sick.
so sorry everyone. How are you doing? It's good to have you here. Let's see, is that better?
Yeah.
Hey Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia.
Wow, I'm gonna have to hold this the whole time.
No, you don't. Is it really sinking?
It's sinking. Richard! How you
Hi,
doing, Richard?
Richard.
It is Friday. Breathe a sigh of relief. Finally made it through the week.
Mm-hmm.
And we're coming on a 3-day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's a good thing. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. How are my two favorite Valentines? Aw, Cynthia,
Oh,
thank you.
I'm rusty. He's more blood red.
I wore red today, and that was on a promise to myself that I would not go to Target on this day.
Which is a big fat lie.
Yeah, we might end up going to Target.
No.
How was Squirrel Watch?
I don't know. The trap is all set.
The trap is set. We don't know if there's a squirrel there right now or not.
He's really it. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. Because I can't pick it up because it's riddled with diseases.
They're very tricky. That
This
particular
one
squirrel is very tricky.
Really
Smart.
a Houdini, yes. This one's very crafty.
Hi, Amy.
I'm very perplexed on it. It's really, as you can see, my hair is coming out in clumps, so it's my sense of well-being is shot. So I could just wow, I could just say,
Yeah,
wow.
You know what, Mike? It's interesting. I don't think the squirrels want to get Keith. They want to get inside the house. So they're trying to attack the villa.
Yeah.
They want to like create a nest in one of the vents that we have. So we are trying to protect that. We all need to go out for drinks tonight.
I was thinking about that.
Richard, I could go for a nice margarita right about now.
No, I want something more than rum.
Oh,
I like rum.
okay. I'll do rum.
I love rum.
But
I love tiki drinks.
But I'll do a margarita too.
Yeah, the one you make is really good.
I love the margaritas I make.
When's the last time we had anything to drink? Oh, it was the can of champagne.
Yeah, we had the can of champagne on Monday night.
Don't drink it out of the can. It tastes like you're licking a Hot Wheel. It was really bad.
Oh, out of the can?
Yeah, I
no. Pour it into
Hot Wheels and
pour it into a glass.
Yeah,
definitely.
Don't do that. So,
although Jim of More Sunshine Please seemed to be just fine with his can of Pinot.
It was already horrible. I don't think it made any difference pouring it out of the can. It was
Make a rummarita. Mar, I like your thinking.
If you can give me the recipe, I would make it.
Oh, we just use rum instead of tequila.
Set out the food that's going back to Trader Joe's. We only kept the one. Everything else all went away.
And by the way, I will be posting a picture of that on Instagram a little later. My office, I put it out in a little display in these little, they look like crystal, but they're little plastic bowls that are shaped. And there's a little heart platter and things like that. It looks really nice. Well, let's tell you what. Let's go ahead and get started because I've got to finish some minutes off for a meeting before I leave for the weekend. I got to get these on someone else's desk. So let's do this as soon as we can then.
Yeah.
Shall we get started? It's time for the Daily Dose. It is February 14th, 2020, and it's time for your Daily Dose of Disney. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug, and I have itchy eye.
And you're watching Pepper Tree Villa. Today, February 14th, 101 years ago, in 1919. On this day, A.A. Milne was discharged from the British Navy. Interesting thing. From the U.S. Navy on this day, Roy Disney, Walt's older brother, was also discharged.
So the British Army
he was from the U.S. Navy.
Yeah, and Roy was from the Navy.
So it was the British Army and the U.S. Navy.
All discharged on the same day.
Yeah.
It was probably very
So
honorable.
once Walt got, he went back to Kansas City and started working back in the bank that he worked at before he started in the war. Let's go forward 10 years. And this is in Hollywood. Los Angeles.
The real Hollywood.
The real Hollywood, not Hollywood Studios. The real Hollywood.
And if anybody's been to the real Hollywood, it's really
it's dirty.
It's not what everybody thinks it's on TV. It's a big fat lie.
What you have at the studios is really glamorized. I'm sure at some point you could see Hollywood Boulevard like that, but it's really,
It's not.
it's dirty.
Yeah.
It's a dirty place. But you know what? It's all cleaned up for Hollywood is one big dive bar. You are so right, Richard. You know,
Yes.
Richard,
Well,
you've
you
seen
lived
it. You
in-
lived
you
down there.
lived
You
in-
know what that's like.
You know Southern California really well.
Yeah.
You know it really, really well too. There's
But
something on
at the
this thing.
studios, I was there for it, but I did not end up on TV, sad face. Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and I'll get probably to that one, Mike. I probably will anyway. On this day in 1929, the original Brown Derby opened on Vine Street in California. Brown Derby, of course, was a restaurant. It was owned by three guys. So one of the guys was Sid Grauman. Have you ever heard of the Chinese theater? It was Grauman's Chinese. It was his
Really?
movie theater. So yeah, he was one of the owners of the Brown Derby. And another owner by the name of, Friday, greetings, Jim.
Hello.
Mr. More Sunshine, please.
We still have Christmas decorations up.
Yeah.
They might come down this weekend. I think I'm ready.
Yeah, Doug's ready for the Christmas
I
decor.
think.
So Herb Somborn was one of the guys that worked there, and he asked one of the cooks that was there at the restaurant. He worked at the restaurant, and let's see, I may live insta at the Grand Floridian tonight. Oh, Richard, you do that. I'll make sure that my phone is ready to go so I can watch.
Oh, we're
People, if you've not yet followed Richard on Instagram, he does good stuff. It's funny. I mean, he went on a trip to Target yesterday. It was amusing.
Who did?
Richard.
Richard went to Target?
Yeah, he went to Target yesterday. Did
I
a
thought-
Target run.
I thought Richard just too hoity-toity for Target.
Richard loves Target.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's one of his favorite stores.
I didn't know he was Target.
He's Target savvy.
Okay.
So anyway, Bob Cobb was the guy that worked there, and he managed the restaurant. And at that point, he was actually asked by someone to make something in the kitchen. The kitchen had already closed, and so he threw together some food and he created something called the Cobb salad because his last name was Cobb. So yeah, the Cobb salad was created at Brown Derby, which is why it's on the menu at Hollywood Studios. But that original restaurant was the inspiration for the restaurant at the studios.
It's pretty much the same one. Then they tore it down.
Yeah,
And
they're-
Hollywood's gone.
They're all gone in Hollywood, but it remains in Florida.
I'm glad they took that. And then the grapefruit cake.
Hey, T. Marie, happy Valentine's Day. 1969.
Okay.
This had to do with, sorry, not 1969, 1967. I jumped ahead of there. I'll get to 1969, but in 1967, the Pirates Arcade, what did I have it here? The Arcade Museum in New Orleans Square opened. And it was part of an area that was, you come out of the exit of what's now the exit of Pirates of the Caribbean, and there's a little door off to the right. You can go into, it's a shop now. You buy some things that are there, but was it like an arcade museum when it first opened?
Do you remember it?
No, I do not remember.
Oh, it's always a junk store
What I
now.
do remember is what it was part of. It was all part of an area called One of a Kind. So they had one of a kind arcade
Yeah.
things there, but they had a one of a kind shop in New Orleans Square, which was really cool. Sometimes some of the stuff there in the shop was used for props and things, and then they would put it back in the store and sell it.
Oh, that's cool. I
Yeah,
would do
so
that.
it was the one of a kind shop, but they got rid of that to sell more marginalized, homogenous
Ugh.
merchandise. So right now they've got
Think
in that
it's
space, it's a Nightmare Before
Christmas.
Christmas and Haunted Mansion merchandise. Speaking of Haunted Mansion, in 1969 on this day, they did another recording session at the studios. But on this one, they recorded the Five Foolish Mortals. Yeah, Jim, you guys. But actually, it was the real ones, including Thurl Ravenscroft, Mr. Tony the Tiger. But the thing is that when they were doing the recording, they noticed that the guys looked so good together that they asked them to come a week later to film. So they became the actual busts
Really?
of the ones in the graveyard. So they recorded first, and then they thought, oh, you know what? They look good. Let's go ahead and use them.
It is my attraction of all attractions is the Haunted Mansion. I wanted to do the 50th anniversary, but I didn't know I had a line to cross with Disney. And when their special event, because I was going to do it, I knew about the it for about 4 years that they're going to do, or 3 years for the 50th anniversary. But when they released the tickets and they were $300 a piece for 4 hours, I said no.
Yeah, Doug said.
And I don't say no because I have everything.
We took that $300 each and bought annual passes instead.
Yeah, for $600, we turned around and bought a year of annual passes for Disneyland. So you can have a line with Disney. I didn't think I did, but $300 for 4 hours was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
It's my favorite attraction too. It's funny to hear about how the films. Yeah, you know what? That's really interesting. I found that very interesting as well.
What?
That they liked how they looked so much that they went ahead and said, "Let's film you," and they came back a week later to do that.
There is no other attraction, and I think in the Disney portfolio.
And it's a very short. I mean, it's a very short scene. It's only about 2-3 minutes long, and then it repeats over and over all day long.
This one's been talked about and historied about, and it's the best attraction of all time.
Yeah. On this day in 1973.
I was born a year later.
Yeah. The movie The World's Greatest Athlete came out. And it starred Jan Michael Vincent, Tim Conway. It stars as well as John Amos. You know, actors from the 70s. Typical.
It's probably one of those 70s trashy, horrible Disney movies. We need to do the movie.
Yeah, I do need to do that. And as a matter of fact, we're going to be scheduling.
We're going to talk about it tomorrow.
We're going to be scheduling the Disney Plus Movie Club. So we'll keep you posted as to what movie it is that we're going to watch, so that you can be ready for trivia on PTV Live in the coming weeks.
It's good. This is going to be one of our best things.
But we will always announce what's going on, and then Ben and I will come up with trivia for you.
We're going to give it about 2 weeks to get people to watch it?
Probably about 3 weeks.
Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks.
We will give you a heads up on that, so that you know what movie is coming on, and we'll most likely do it monthly. That's my guess.
Yeah, because I mean, people have a life and a schedule, and we want to give it some time.
So we'll give you some time so that you know when we're going to do it and what movie we're going to watch.
I think it's going to be from the decades of the 60s and mostly from the 70s. We're going to talk about
it's going to be all over, because the live action movie started back in the 50s, so we could go back even further than that.
I don't want to go after anything in the 80s.
Oh, I don't know. There's some
really trashy ones in the 80s.
Oh yeah, there are good movies that we can watch, and there's plenty in the Disney archives for this fun that we're going to have.
But I think from the 70s on, because there's some. I mean, come on, The Cat from Outer Space. What? How can a cat be from outer space?
You just never saw it. I loved that movie.
Gus, a horse that plays.
No, he's a mule.
Oh, is that an equine? Is a mule part of the equine species?
I'd have to do that research. I don't know. You're putting me on the spot.
I have to look into it. But an equine playing football?
Yeah.
So trashy.
1995. Come to think of it, all if I live streamed the new Enchanted Rose Bar and watched the orchestra and such, I haven't been to Disney Springs episode 4. No, you haven't. Oh, that'd be good, Richard. We'll watch for that. 1995. I posted a picture of the Hollywood Tower Hotel in Hollywood Studios, and that's because on this day, I posted the picture on Instagram and on Twitter. It's also the thumbnail for this video. I posted that because a couple got married. It was a promotion that Disney was doing for Valentine's Day. They did that in 1995. So 25 years ago today, there was a couple that got married at the Tower of Terror in Florida.
And it opened in 95, I think.
So if they're still married, today is their 25th wedding anniversary.
Well, if they're both into Disney, then I'm sure they are.
Now, you mentioned The Cat from Outer Space, but no, that's something we're going to talk about here. In 1997, on this day, That Darn Cat, a remake of the movie starring...
Really? From 1965?
Yeah, the movie starred Haley Mills back in the 60s, but they did a remake of it, and it starred Christina Ricci and Dean Jones. Now, Dean Jones was also in the original, so I haven't watched the original in years, and I've never seen the remake, so I'll have to...
I didn't even know they remade it.
Yeah. But that came out today in 1997. And then a year later in 1998, see, T. Marie, she forgot all about that movie. Yeah.
Oops,
I got married 25 years ago today, too, but divorced 3 years later. Oh, wow. Mar. Okay. So she got married in 1995. She wasn't the couple at the Tower of Terror, though.
I don't think you did. You would have said so.
No. 1998 in Disney Springs. but at that time it was called the Downtown Disney Marketplace. The Ghirardelli Soda Shop, the soda fountain and gift shop, opened on this day in 1998.
We have the Ghirardelli outlet here in our area, in the Bay Area, because Ghirardelli's in our neighborhood.
Ghirardelli's a San Francisco place. As a matter of fact, I've got some footage of Ghirardelli in San Francisco. I could put together a quick video.
And then we can make a recipe, because I want to make these this chocolate fondant souffle things that I just found. I have ideas.
We will be using Ghirardelli goodness to make some chocolate fondant cake. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, and there's another thing I want to make.
Let us practice that recipe and then we'll put it out there.
There's also another chocolate.
I might have to, because you can't just film a recipe. You got to practice and do your research to make sure that everything's going to work just right.
Arnie, so you want me to do a chocolate recipe with Ghirardelli chocolate?
We will research that. We'll start the research this weekend and then see if we like the portions that we find. If not, we'll go ahead and we always change up the recipe anyway. So we make the recipe ours.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was in 1998. Jeff Resendez, hello. Thank you for joining. Put some coconut in there.
Okay.
Yum, yum, yum. Chocolate.
I have a Hawaiian nut bread, quick bread. I'm trying to get into this quick bread phase I want to get into. It has coconut, pineapple, maraschino cherries, and
Richard, I guess we're
macadamia nuts.
Richard, I think we're going to be making a quick bread that has coconut in it. So be looking for that one.
But think about it. Coconut, macadamia nuts, cherries, pineapple. Just sounds delicious.
So I mentioned that wedding in 1995. But 4 years later on this day, there was actually another wedding that was related in the Disney universe. And this one happened on Castaway Cay. It happened to be the first wedding.
That sounds good. Okay, then I'll make it.
Goody, good. We'll do something about that.
I just don't want it to be sickly sweet.
On this day, the first Disney Cruise Line wedding occurred on Castaway Cay in 1999. Hey, Zip. Happy Valentine's Day.
Patrick.
How you doing, Patrick? And then finally on this day in 2009.
Married at Castaway Cay in 1999. I wonder if they're still married. I know this is horrible to act this way.
Yeah, well, that was 21 years ago. So who knows? 2009, 10 years later. Oh, yeah. He liked that fact.
Which one?
About the wedding on Castaway Cay.
Yeah.
Well, on this day in 2009, the American Idol experience opened at Disney's Hollywood Studios. I never saw it. I think, was it there in 2012 when we went? It probably was, but we just skipped it.
Oh, yeah, I just don't care. I mean, it was cool in the early decade for the first, 5 years. Other than that, American Idols, I think, ran its course.
Yeah, we're not wild about American Idol.
I'm just done with reality shows.
But that's about it for today.
I watch too much YouTube.
That's about all I have for history for today, what I could find. So I'll continue doing research of history. So we've got another Daily Dose tomorrow. I'd like to thank my moderators. Thank you for doing what you do. We cannot do what we do here without you. So know from the bottom of our hearts how much we appreciate what you do for us. So thank you.
It does. It doesn't look. It's not unappreciative.
We are definitely not that.
Well, I need to say hello.
America's Got Talent season 10. Oh, that's cool, Cynthia.
Yeah. American Talent.
Actually,
I do watch a few things if they post them on YouTube.
Oh, you're very welcome, Teamer. Thank you so much. I'm glad you appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy it because I have fun with it too. 360-degree just dropped from More Sunshine, Please. Ooh, I'm going to have to watch a video.
What happened?
Jim just dropped a video. More Sunshine, Please.
Really?
That is what Richard, the Orlando guy, just said. Jim of More Sunshine, Please. It's in 4K. Wow.
So fancy.
Wow.
Oh, well, we watch all of Jim's stuff, and Jim
does. And look who's here. Dougie. Mr. Walter Grams himself. Dougie.
UK guy.
I certainly hope you got the gifts that you're looking for Valentine's Day, because I'm all with you. I'm not that wild about Valentine's Day, but who's to say and argue about getting gifts?
No.
Yeah. So
what's happening?
I thanked my moderators, and also Jim. I don't know if you noticed, but for some reason you had not had a blue wrench on our channel, and I corrected that. So hopefully, I hope you noticed that. But Jim is also one of our support channels. So is Richard, the Orlando guy, as well as, oh, I noticed.
Wow.
Thank you for posting that
I don't
link
want
there.
I want a 365-day Christmas. Well, we already discussed that.
I'm with you on that one, Dougie.
No, we have a.
But if you take the attitude of Bob and Ashley, every day is a gift.
My feeling is that it shouldn't be a Mother's Day, it shouldn't be a Father's Day, and it shouldn't be Valentine's Day. You
Redemption
shouldn't love someone
Tech
for one day.
25. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. So
I know.
I thanked my moderators. I also want to thank my partner channels. I was thanking Richard of the Orlando guy, Jim of More Sunshine Please. There's also 2 Real Geeks, D&G Explorers, and Rob Fuzz. All 5 channels are our support channels. Go out and
They're good people.
watch their videos too. They help us out when we're always in a pinch, and we're always right there for them as well. So everyone, thank you so much for being here. And because I don't have much schedule, I know Spillin' the Disney Tea is on at 8 p.m. tonight. Ralph's Trucking. How you doing? Good to see you.
Ralph's Trucking.
Yeah, Ralph. There is a great networking channel.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Ralph can really help you with networking for your channel. So he's really connected. Thank you, Richard.
If we made you
thank you,
sick,
Richard.
I
Thank you,
completely-
Ralph. Thank you, Jim.
If we made you sick because of this thing is moving, we apologize. It's a little tripod that is.
Yeah.
Maybe you could tape it.
Yeah, maybe I could. I'll see if maybe I can get that to work. Spillin' the Disney Tea is supposed to be on tonight. That's what I thought. They're going to be doing a Valentine's special.
Oh, okay.
But everyone, happy Valentine's Day
Yeah.
from us here at PTV. Thank you so much for joining us.
This is what people do.
That's what they do. That is what they do.
I'm not the 14-year-old Asian girl, so. So we love you all, but from the bottom of our hearts.
We do love you all. Thank you so much for being here. And we will look for you tomorrow for another edition of the Daily Dose of Disney. Oh, Monarch Moments is going live in just about 8 minutes. So everyone pay attention. Monarch Moments is going live very, very soon. And there's the real Brooklyn. Haven't seen you for a while. Great to see you. Thank you for joining. We will see you tomorrow with another edition of the Daily Dose of Disney. In the meantime, I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
You've been watching Pepper Tree Villa's Daily Dose of Disney. So everyone, go out, have a magical evening. Make it a great Valentine's Day. And have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Ciao.
We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, California time at 6:30. So it's 9:30 Eastern. Okay, so 6:30 tonight, Monarch Moments will be on. So everyone, Queen Harriet, thank you so much. Good to see you.
See ya.
See you all again real soon. Have a magical evening, everyone. Bye.